This is a follow-up to the Mencho video and post. I made a big blog about this. I said in that blog there was a likelihood that his death was faked, that he was mysteriously killed on the way to after they supposedly had shot him, that he was killed in transit to Mexico City. And I flagged that as it was either a fake death or he was intentionally killed. Now it's interesting, just recently reports have been coming out. There's a woman who said that they killed her father who looked like Mencho, and it wasn't actually him. And there's reports coming out now that the body, which I mentioned, was very strange because they never showed pictures of the body. The Mencho, the last recent photographs of him are all from very, very long time ago. And that people are saying, there's a guy that was coming out saying that he's already been passed away a long time ago due to some sort of health problem that he had. Interesting that somebody's coming out now saying that they don't have the actual real guy, and the thing. So all of this to say, if you go watch my recent video, it's on Instagram, on my page. This was a whole CIA operation. This is just another nod. This whole thing was a CIA Psyop. The whole thing, the burning of the cars, all this, the Oxos, they all own the Oxos pharmacies. They own those. The Kioscos, they own them. It was a staged performance to put out fear and to create a certain narrative in the media. So what's going on with the cartels is not an isolated, independent Mexico situation. This is more of a geopolitical event. So it's interesting. I just wanted to make note of that I picked up on that when I first heard about it. It's recorded, and this is interesting that the reports are now coming out confirming this. So just as a note, this is a good time to talk about this. Nothing what is going on in the world right now is what it seems. I repeat that again. Nothing is what it seems. We are witnessing a controlled demolition of the old world. And it is a very positive, no matter what it seems with Trump, with Iran, with Israel, with the United States, with Mexico, I can assure you, everybody, there's a video on my YouTube channel from, I think it was a couple years ago. I intuited that the bad guys had lost. We had officially shifted timelines. Since that time, I have been watching very closely, and what I've been witnessing is really exciting. We are living in a very, very exciting time. Do not get caught up in the drama. The drama is being used as a way to wake up the masses. For you who are watching this, you can save yourself a lot of stress. If it's stressing you out, worried, do not worry. It is not what it seems. It is bringing the collective consciousness, the mass consciousness, the mainstream, to a level where they can start to receive different information. First, the old way of paradigm of the way things are has to be broken down. Lies have to be exposed. What's another example of this? Look at the whole Jim Carrey debacle. This was very exciting to me. Jim Carrey attended some sort of celebrity event, and people were in the social media talking about that's not the real Jim Carrey. And there's this whole conspiracy theory about it. I looked at it and I said, also, that's not Jim Carrey either. Several days later, they came out and released, surprise, that wasn't Jim Carrey. They also released recently in the Epstein files that the Biden wasn't actually the real Biden either. So why are they doing this? Why was the Jim Carrey thing off the back of, they first released the Epstein files about Biden not being the real guy. The real Biden was killed a long time ago. Then they have this Jim Carrey thing, which is off the back of that, which is showing you, hey, people are playing roles. People are wearing masks. This is not an isolated incident with Biden. Presidents are doing this. The Pope. There's a guy on Instagram, Fittest Flat Earther, who's been exposing this for a long time now, showing down to even birthmarks and all these things. People are playing roles. The world is a stage. Nothing is what it seems. Now, with that, I am not promoting fear. I'm actually promoting the opposite. We are in a very exciting time. It is a controlled demolition of the old world. The good guys have already won. Those who are appearing to be bad guys right now are actors. They are playing the role in order for humanity to witness their removal. The Clintons, for example, those who are on trial, those are not the real Clintons. Those are clones or are different people. The real Clintons have also been executed. Many of the elites have also been executed, taken off the board. I'll leave it at that without going too deep into the conspiracy rabbit holes. That's not the point of this. All I want to say is, don't worry. Nothing is what it seems. There is nothing to fear. The bad guys have already won, or lost. The good guys have already won. All the chaos, upheaval is simply the old world changing. Now, why chaos? This is now getting into numerology. This is the wisdom of numerology, which is talking about 4, which today happens to be the 4th day. In order to create a new structure, first the old structure, if you imagine all this dust and it settles into a certain form, let's say an igloo. In order for that igloo to be changed into the shape of, let's say, a Spanish house, a regular square block home with the roof and all that, first the igloo, all those pieces have to be blown back up into dust in order to resettle. That's what chaos is. Chaos, in other words, in this context, is a very, very good sign. We are in a fast track to the new world that people have been waiting for, talking about for many, many years. We are literally on the cusp. It is already there. The Epstein files is not about Epstein. It's not about all that. It is a permission slip for the good guys who have already won to start dumping information through the vehicle of Epstein. It is a permission slip for them to start exposing things. For example, Joe Biden not being the real president has nothing to do with the Epstein thing. It's a loose branch. The whole thing has been an intelligence operation which is being used to wake up the masses. This has been planned far, far in advance. You're going to see a lot more things, a lot more upheaval. A lot of things are going to be exposed. A lot of things that people thought has been real are about to be flipped on their head. The positive side is it's making room for the new structure. The New World Order is not an evil one. It is one that is going to be characterized as a golden age for humanity. We are on the cusp. We are in the golden age. And what we are witnessing is the end times of the old world order. So buckle up. Now that you know this, you can watch with glee and watch the movie. And knowing that anything that is in the mainstream media is in and of itself nothing, not what it seems. The truth doesn't come out in the mainstream media. That is a narrative that is being used. So you can enjoy watching the old world order, the old forces, the negative forces, continue to crash and collapse as they have a controlled demolition. Why is it being controlled? Because if all that came crashing down at once, the mainstream could not handle it. It would cause anarchy and chaos too much. I will say I'm very impressed, though, with the information that has come out of the Epstein files, that it has not caused a mass panic, and people are taking it quite well. People are digesting information quite well. And that is a good sign. What that's going to lead to is more information, more extreme information is going to come out until it all comes out, because it all has to be brought to the surface. All of it. Because our eyes, our consciousness has to bring it to conscious awareness, because as long as it stays beneath the surface, it holds power. We need to bring everything to light in order to transmute it. If it doesn't come to the surface, it can't be transmuted. So we are shedding light on it, which is the light of consciousness with the light of awareness. This is what's going on right now. So you should feel very happy that you've made it this far. If you're watching this video, congratulations. You are on the positive timeline. You should be very excited, because a lot of things are going to get a lot easier very, very soon for everybody. They already are. We're talking about prosperity, specifically financially. We're talking about the medical industry. We're talking about people getting a lot longer lives, a lot higher quality of life. We're talking about global borders and all these things, the world becoming a universal playground, where it's going to be, traveling is going to be much faster than it has been. You're not going to be on 13-hour flights. And like this, we have a very exciting time ahead of us. So, with that said, questions, comments, leave them underneath this video. Feel free to reach out to me, message me directly here on Instagram, or you check out my website, www.amunra.com. This is an excellent time to have your name changed for those who are looking to change your destiny, change your karma, to align with the wave and create the highest and greatest. I have just had a client who's already reporting to me within a few weeks incredible miracles. I would love to share. Maybe at a certain point I will. I actually want to do a podcast with them at some point. Okay, until next time, happy manifesting. God bless. Om.